kick off the morning with Idris Goodwin, who's the producing artistic director at Stage One, to share a little bit of his story and his gifts with us this morning as we kick off this exciting announcement of the expansion of our Cultural Pass.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Idris Goodwin, as Kristen said. I'm joined today by my friend and colleague, fellow educator and artist and dancer, Stephen Clark. Stephen and I collaborate a lot when we go into the schools. This is a piece that we created special for today. It's called The World's a Turntable. The world's a turntable, people the vinyl, our stories the grooves, let's move, because we got a world to improve. They can't keep a gate to your story. They can't keep a gate to our songs. They can't keep no gate to stop your hunger to create, innovate, and relate. There ain't no gate we cannot break. I'm only here because somebody opened the lock. To those who came before me and made it out the box, I'm only here because I was shown as much as I'm told. Innovations of creators who live bold. I stand here, a mixtape of dreams and stars, lyrical luminaries writing rhythmic bars. I'm here because of every note that I heard, new songs to move on and groove on without socks or shoes on. I'm right here because somebody said, look, outside your window, read the world like you read books. I'm here because somebody opened the door to rap and perform, and from night till the morning I'm here to tell the very next to say, roll call your ancestors inside DNA, reflection, the message, a blessing, the essence, voices and visions from parks to the prisons, giving invitations to stand. They ask if they can kick it, I'ma say yes you can. The world's a turntable, people the vinyl, our stories the grooves, let's move, because we got a world to improve. Can't keep no gate to the mirror of who you be. Can't keep no gate when you got the right key to the songs you sing, powers you bring. Gates is high, but culture over everything. Sound travels, can't contain the groove, so there ain't no gate we cannot move. Thank you.
Wow, that was perfect for this morning. Somebody unlocked the door, and that's what we're doing with the Cultural Pass. So thank you, Idris, for being with us this morning. Since 2014, the Cultural Pass has provided children, youth, and families with an opportunity to explore Louisville's vibrant arts community with free admission to curriculum-based arts and cultural experiences. It is one of several crucial strategies designed to help prevent summer learning loss and to keep kids engaged in educational activities. Since its founding more than 5 years ago, more than 200,000 passes have been distributed to Louisville's youth. And just this past summer, they visited more than 59 arts and culture venues, historic sites, and institutions. And it's a staggering number, and it's a special opportunity in our community that is different from any other in the country. This year, after 6 years, when it was first began, it was envisioned that the Cultural Pass would provide opportunities not just in the summer to our institutions and our cultural venues, but also during the performing arts seasons. And so this year, we're very excited to share that we're able to expand the Cultural Pass with the help of our partners at Republic Bank. This expansion was imagined and the plan developed with a team out of Leadership Louisville's Ignite program with seed funding from YUM and our important partners with Arts and Cultural Alliance, with Louisville Metro Government, and with so many others that have made this possible over the last several years. I want to thank our partners at the Louisville Free Public Library who've been with us. You will get your Cultural Pass on our website, but we want to make sure that we recognize the very important role that the library has played in the Cultural Pass to date. So I want to thank so many who have stepped forward. I want to start today and give special recognition to Republic Bank that is funding the expansion of the Cultural Pass for our performing arts venues. And with that, I want to make sure we recognize Steve Traeger, but first I'm going to ask Mayor Greg Fisher to come forward to say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. I want to thank Kristen and the entire Fund for the Arts leadership for their partnership on this really extraordinary announcement here today. You know, the Cultural Pass was an idea that came out of a broad visioning process that we did with the City of Louisville in 2012 and 2013. And Nat Irvin, who's a futurist at the University of Louisville, led the particular group that came up with the idea for the Cultural Pass. And the first years were a little bit slow. I mean, they were really good, but we were having to sell the vision and the support for it in the city. And then all of the institutions that came together and said, you know, we're really onto something here. This is really working. Young people are coming into our science centers, our museums, our arts organizations, and we've never seen these folks before. So the principal thought behind this was to expose our youth to the arts and to our museums in the summertime when summer learning loss takes place, but there were barriers for them to get this type of exposure. And the barrier was a cost barrier. And so when we think about the families that can afford a lot of different things and are able to expose their kids to many different things in life versus those that can't, I mean, you know, that's not good for a city. And that experiential gap is so important to close, and that's where the Cultural Pass came into play. We've gotten great corporate support over the past several years. CDI, Churchill Downs, has stepped up as a major sponsor in the summertime. And so when I saw Kristen just a couple days ago, and she said, we got a big announcement coming up here. And Steve Traeger and Republic Bank have said, you know, let's make this Cultural Pass year-round. Okay, that is a breakthrough idea and a breakthrough action for our city. Because kids are curious all year long. And we got long weekends, we got winter vacations, so why not give them access to the arts in our museums year-round? So Steve, you know, really great move, man. I really appreciate it here on Republic Bank. Cultural Pass, we know it makes families and kids happy in the summertime. What we don't know is then what happens the rest of their life because of the exposure that they received. So I once heard a story about an 8-year-old little girl who was the daughter of Greek immigrants who fled the Civil War right after World War II. Her mom and dad were 3rd and 6th grade educated. But they dedicated their life to make sure their kids had a great education. And part of that was going to museums and science centers. So they went to the Museum of Natural History and Science in Chicago, and this little 8-year-old girl saw each stage of the fetus from month 1, month 2, month 3 that fascinated her. And she told me that after that, she said, I want to be a doctor. Okay. So in one generation, went from 3rd and 6th grade education to a doctor, a quintuple certified board doctor. I know this story because she happens to be my wife, Dr. Alex Gerasimides. So there are a lot of folks, a lot of kids like my wife Alex, that through the Cultural Pass, they are seeing things today, they are experiencing things today that are going to change the course of their life. And we don't know what it is. But it's like that old proverb, right? Plant a tree today so that future generations can benefit from it. So Steve, what you and Republic Bank are doing for our young people today, for the long-term health of our community and the short-term health of our community is just really, really fantastic. So a big hat tip to you and Republic Bank for this extraordinary move here. So congratulations, everybody, and great job to the Fund for the Arts. Appreciate it. Good job. Oh, and now up for the man of the hour, please welcome Steve Traeger of Republic Bank.
Well, thank you. I'm very proud to represent Republic Bank. You know, we're the largest Kentucky-owned financial institution. We now have 1,100 associates that work hard every day with our 100,000 customers to create success at Republic Bank. And we remain very committed to share that success with the communities that we serve. As it relates to the Fund for the Arts and the Cultural Pass, I've been active in the arts. I've been active with the Fund for the Arts. One of our associates, Carol Jones Clay, is on the board for the Fund for the Arts. So we all know what a vibrant and very uniquely special arts community that we have here in Louisville. And to get the most value out of it, the key that so many are focused on, I know the fund is focused on, is access. We've got this great asset out there. We need to make sure kids and families have the opportunity to access this arts scene that we have. So I remember, I'm a product of Hawthorne Elementary, Highland Junior High School, and Atherton High School. And I remember a handful of times a year us taking the bus down to downtown to see the orchestra perform and the ballet perform. And it was very meaningful to so many of us. I remember that in my childhood. And I think it will be meaningful to so many throughout our community at this point in time. So it's something that's uniquely special for us at Republic Bank to be able to support and enable young folks and families to take advantage of this phenomenal art scene that so many in this community have created. So thank you, Kristen. Thanks, Greg, for helping lay the foundation for the Cultural Pass. We are extremely excited to support it, and we look forward to more and more folks being able to enjoy what you guys have built. Thank you, Kristen.
So you may be asking what tickets, what opportunities might we be able to enjoy with our children? And this is the opportunity. You know that in this community we really are invested, our arts community are partner hand in hand with our school system. And so through field trips here at the Kentucky Center, this is the Baumhart Theater that is during the school year often filled with students for stage one. Across the way at Whitney Hall is filled with students to see the orchestra or our ballet. This is an opportunity for children and their families to be able to participate and experience this together. So what we have been able to put together, you will be able to go to the Fund for the Arts website and see the performances that are available for Cultural Pass. These are the institutions that we'll be working with in this pilot year. So we have our Louisville Ballet, the Kentucky Opera, the Louisville Orchestra, Actors Theater of Louisville, Stage One, and Commonwealth Theater Center. So those 6 institutions have worked with us to craft what can be an opportunity to provide free admission for performances throughout the year. So stay tuned, watch the Fund for the Arts website, check it out, get your pass online at the Fund for the Arts, and then make sure you take advantage of this for you and your families. Thank you to all of the partners. Thank you to the mayor and Louisville Metro government for the original vision for this and for continuing to be not just a funder and a supporter, but a very important advocate and partner for the fund, for the arts in our community. Thank you to Steve and Republic Bank. We have representatives from YUM and the Ignite team and Arts and Cultural Alliance, all of our partners and organizations here today. This kind of collaboration doesn't happen in every city. It happens because in this community, we believe that these opportunities should be accessible for all. So thank you all for being a part of that, and thank you for being here this morning.